Hi, boys and girls. Welcome to Bible Time with Mrs.Tschida. And today we are going to read out of our Big Picture Story Bible. Guess what? We are coming to the end of we've come to the end of the Old Testament, and today we're going to start the New Testament. Do you know who comes on the scene in the New Testament? Jesus. All right. But you know what? This little section is called Many Silent Years, because God was very quiet. Let's hear what happens. Years passed without a single word from God. Wouldn't that be terrible? Oh, that'd be so terrible not to hear from God. And the years turned into many years, and the many years turned into hundreds of years. And the great promises of God just seemed to fade away. Israel became less important in the world, and other nations became great, strong nations, powerful nations, whose kings ruled over God's people. There's a king there. Do you see him? One such king was named Caesar Augustus. Can you say that? That's a big word. Caesar Augustus. Oh my goodness sake. This Roman ruler thought he was pretty important. One day he wondered to himself, how will everyone know that I am the great Caesar, the Roman ruler, the king of the world? And he had an idea. I know, he said. I'm going to count all the people underneath my rule. Surely that will show the whole world how great I am. Here he is thinking to himself, what should I do? So he's going to count all of his people. Goodness, that'll probably take a really long time. So Caesar, the Roman ruler, the king of the whole Roman world, began counting all of his people to show everyone how great he was. Here he is. What Caesar didn't know, he didn't know that God, the world's true ruler, the king of the whole universe, was ready to show everyone how great he was. God was going to end the many years of silence, and he was going to keep the promise of a forever king. Do you know who it is? Who is the forever king? Did you say Jesus? Jesus is the forever king. And do you know how God was going to do this? Not like Caesar, not proudly by counting all of his people, not like that. But God was going to do it very humbly by becoming one of the people. And in the power of the Spirit of God, God would bring his forever king into the world as a baby. It's Jesus. And who is that? That's Mary. And we will find out what happens when God's promised king is born. That'll be next time. That is all that I have for you today out of the Big Picture Story Bible. It's so fun to read God's word because it's true. Everything written in God's word in the Bible is true. Do you know that? There is not a word that God has spoken that will ever fail. So when you get a promise from God, when he speaks something to you, you just need to know that God is faithful to everything that he says. So we can know for sure that God said that a forever king was coming, and we know a forever king was born. His name is Jesus, and he reigns forever and ever. And he loves you. You are very special to him. So I want you to remember that you are his, and he loves you, and you are unique. There is no one like you in all the earth. There is no one that's created just like you, ever. There's not another copy who looks just like you, who talks like you, who has your personality and all the gifts and all the special things that God has put in your heart. So I just want you to remember, you are unique, and you are the only one that is created just like you. All right, this week, remember to be kind and be brave. We live the life of Jesus when we walk in kindness to everyone around us, and be brave. Try something this week that you haven't done before. Ask God to give you supernatural courage. All right, boys and girls, I will see you next week.